When they did this, they took half of my heart. They just don't know how they did my baby like this. How you do me? Why could you just do my baby like this?
No, I ain't gon' hide the cake, cause I know I'm who they after. How much you charge a feature? Extra 20 if you ask her. Got a nice bad bitch, small waist, pretty face.
So I am Beauty Katera. That's my real name, Beauty. It's not Katera, but Katera is my middle name. But everybody think my name Katera is Beauty. I'm a professional roller skater, so yes, like roll bounce, because everybody asks that.
Cobb County Police are investigating the death of a popular social media influencer. Beauty K. Couch was found dead Wednesday in a wooded area near her home in Ostend.
A Beauty Couch was discovered in a wooded area next to her torch car. For those who knew this young woman, the hope is that today's event can help in the healing process.
She was a superstar on wheels. Her skates weren't just something she wore, they were an extension of who she was. Beautiful, vibrant, and full of life. To her fans, Beauty Katera wasn't just a skater. She was a performer, a storyteller on wheels. Every glide, every spin, every routine told a story of passion, confidence, and joy. But what the world saw was only part of the story. Behind the reels, beyond the vibrant posts, something darker was unfolding. A story of trust, love, and an unthinkable betrayal. This is the life and tragic end of Beauty Couch. She was a star in motion, graceful, fearless, and completely in her element. The world may have known her as Beauty Katera, but before the fame, before the thousands of adoring followers, she was just Beauty Couch, a girl with a love for movement, a bright spirit, and a family who adored her. Beauty was born on April 23, 2001, and grew up in Georgia, where she was raised by Kimberly Couch, the woman who would love and support her through every chapter of her life. Though she was adopted, there was never a question of where she belonged. Kimberly and Beauty weren't just mother and daughter, they were best friends, inseparable in a way that only true love could forge. And then there were Beauty's siblings, her big sister Layla and big brother Mario, her lifelong confidants, pillars of unwavering support in her world. Together, they formed a family built on love, laughter, and encouragement. Even as a child, Beauty had an undeniable energy, a natural performer, a free spirit, a girl who found joy in every step she took. She loved to move, to express herself, to turn even the simplest moments into something vibrant and unforgettable. Then, during the COVID pandemic, she found roller skating. Or maybe it found her. From the moment she laced up her skates, it was clear. This wasn't just a hobby. It was an extension of who she was. She didn't just skate, she floated, she danced, she made it look effortless. To watch Beauty Couch on wheels was to witness something truly magical. She wove through the streets with a confidence that made people stop and stare. Every turn, every spin, every glide felt like poetry in motion. But skating wasn't just about performance. It was her freedom, her escape, her art. She didn't need a stage or an audience. All she needed was a pair of skates and an open road. And yet, the world took notice. She brought roller skating to life on social media, sharing her passion with thousands. Her videos weren't just displays of skill. They were expressions of joy, moments of pure, unfiltered happiness. She made skating look easy, but more than that, she made it look fun. People weren't just mesmerized by her talent. They were drawn in by her energy, her confidence, and her ability to make the world feel a little lighter, a little brighter. But Beauty wasn't just an influencer. She was a dreamer. Her aspirations stretched beyond viral videos. She wanted more success, more opportunities, more life. She had the drive, the talent, and the heart to make it happen. For those who watched from the outside, Beauty Couch's world seemed picture perfect. a young woman full of light, skating toward an even brighter future. But beneath the surface, life wasn't always as smooth as the way she moved on wheels. There were shadows creeping, a storm building, one she never saw coming. At first glance, Beauty Couch's world was one of joy, movement, and endless possibilities. She had talent, she had passion, and to many, she had it all. But behind the vibrant videos and carefree smiles, there was another side to her life, one that few people truly understood. Beauty was in a relationship with 21-year-old Eugene Louis Jacques, a young man from Naples, Florida. To the outside world, he was just another part of her life, a quiet presence in the background of her success, a name that few of her fans even knew. Unlike Beauty, who shared so much of herself with the world, Eugene kept a lower profile. Their relationship wasn't one that played out in the public eye. There were no flashy declarations of love, no constant social media updates, but those closest to Beauty had their own opinions.
When I met him, I was like, hey, how you doing? That was it. I like, that person is not going to be the right person for my baby.
Some saw happiness, others saw warning signs. Friends and family watched the relationship unfold with careful eyes. Some believed she had found someone who truly cared for her, while others sensed something different.
She was trying to give me answers or trying to give me a sign that something was happening to her.
Was it love? Was it control? Was it something far more dangerous? What was it about Eugene that Beauty saw? Perhaps it was the thrill of something new, or the comfort of having someone to share her world with. Or maybe, just maybe, she didn't see the truth at all until it was too late. On the morning of August 23, 2023, Beauty's mother, Kimberly Couch, picked up her phone and dialed her daughter's number. It rang, but no answer. Maybe she was sleeping in. Maybe she was out skating and left her phone behind. But as the hours passed, Kimberly's worry grew. Beauty always checked in. This wasn't like her. As the day went on, friends tried calling too. No response, no posts on social media, nothing. It was as if Beauty had just disappeared. Then, that afternoon, in Austell, Georgia, firefighters were called to a scene near Joe Jerkins Boulevard. A car was on fire, burning fast. Once the flames were out, police ran the plates. It was Beauty's car, but there was no sign of her. The search began immediately. Officers combed through the area, looking for anything that might lead to her. One officer, acting on nothing more than a feeling, decided to check a wooded area nearby. He stepped carefully through the brush, pushing past the thick Georgia heat. And then he saw something. Lying just beyond the tree line, hidden from sight, was Beauty. She hadn't just gone missing. Someone had taken her life and left her there. The officer later admitted that if he hadn't followed that hunch, she might not have been found for a long time. The news hit like a gut punch. Beauty Couch, full of life, always moving, always smiling, was gone. Her mother, her sister, her friends, and thousands of fans were left with one question. Who would do this? And why? In the days following Beauty's tragic death, the weight of grief hung heavily over her loved ones and the community. Yet, amidst the sorrow, a relentless pursuit of justice began. Investigators, sifting through the ashes of Beauty's burned vehicle and the surrounding area, meticulously gathered evidence. Each clue, no matter how small, was a potential key to unraveling the mystery of her untimely demise. As they dug deeper, their attention turned to a familiar figure in Beauty's life, her boyfriend, 21-year-old Eugene Louis Jacques from Naples, Florida. The nature of their relationship, once private, now became a focal point of the investigation. Authorities identified Louis Jacques as a suspect and obtained a warrant for his arrest on charges of murder, arson, and aggravated assault.
County. Police say 21-year-old Eugene Louis Jacques is suspected of killing Beauty Couch Wednesday morning, then setting her car on fire.
The search for him spanned multiple states, a testament to the urgency and gravity of the situation. On August 25, 2023, members of the U.S. Marshals Task Force contacted the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Office in Louisiana, believing that Louis Jacques had ties to the area. Detectives began surveilling locations he was known to frequent. Their diligence finally paid off. In the Slidell area of St. Tammany Parish, Louis Jacques was apprehended by the St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's Proactive Enforcement Unit. He was taken into custody without incident, charged with murder, arson, and aggravated assault, and booked into the St. Tammany Parish Correctional Center as a fugitive, awaiting extradition to Georgia. The arrest sent ripples through the community. While it marked a significant step towards justice for Beauty, it also deepened the wounds of those who knew both individuals. The intertwining of love and violence left many grappling with a complex mix of emotions. As the legal proceedings commenced, the community watched closely, yearning for answers and hoping that the truth would bring some measure of closure to the heartbreaking loss of a bright and talented young woman. In the wake of Beauty's tragic passing, the world that once celebrated her talent was left mourning a life taken too soon. But grief didn't just exist in silence. It echoed across social media, through candlelight vigils, and within the roller skating community she had once dazzled. Fans flooded her comment sections with messages of love, disbelief, and sorrow. Skaters dedicated performances in her honor, gliding across rinks with the same effortless grace that had made Beauty a star. Her mother, Kimberly Couch, devastated yet determined, became the voice of her daughter's legacy. She spoke of Beauty not just as an influencer, but as a daughter, a sister, a young woman with dreams that should have never been cut short. "She was my world," Kimberly shared in a heartbreaking tribute, and now that world feels empty. Even those who had never met her in person felt the loss deeply. Influencers, fellow skaters, and public figures used their platforms to shed light on the dangers of toxic relationships and the importance of seeking help when red flags emerge. It wasn't just about mourning Beauty. It was about ensuring that no one else would have to endure what she did. Her story, though tragic, became a rallying cry. Discussions about domestic violence, the warning signs of controlling behavior, and the importance of mental health resources gained traction in online communities. People shared their own stories, finding strength in Beauty's name to speak up about their struggles and seek support. Beauty's legacy is more than just the videos she left behind or the performances she gave. It's in the lessons we take from her story. It's in the awareness that spreads because of her. It's in the lives that are saved when someone recognizes the signs and walks away before it's too late. In the end, Beauty Couch was more than a skater, more than an influencer. She was a light in so many people's lives. And though that light was dimmed too soon, its glow still lingers, reminding us all to cherish, protect, and fight for the ones we love. Help us spread more awareness about domestic violence cases by subscribing to the channel. Stay safe